in what was a very dominant showing. On the other side, Poland put up a really good fight against Haudenosaunee, losing 14-6, but they played them real close for, I want to say, at least 3 quarters out of 4. And it looks like we do have our starting goaltenders already out there in between the pipes for Poland. I do believe that is going to be Drew Armstrong once again. Yesterday he looked real solid, and he had to be against Haudenosaunee. On the other side, it looks like that is Nathan Ruckel. He played the second half against Australia and looked real strong, relieving Beck Hagen. He's getting ready for the draw. Daniel Gutknecht standing across from Giovanni Baggio. Baggio was real efficient in the draws against Australia. If I remember right, Gutknecht went about 50% against Haudenosaunee. And it looks like both benches are ready to go. Gutknecht and Baggio getting ready for the opening draw to get day 2 underway here at the World Junior Lacrosse Championship. Opening draw picked up by Poland. They'll take it down the left side and restart up at the top. Nathan Gutknecht. He's going to have a slow approach, working his way down the right. Shot clock has not started yet. They've got it now, though. 25 seconds still up there, and they'll start from the corner. Poland to the top. Ty Hansen, he had a 4-point performance against Haudenosaunee yesterday. And he'll end up landing back outside. Nathan Gutknecht back to the top, down the left. 13 seconds left on their shot clock. They'll try and cut inside with Jacoby Lalonde. Couldn't find his stick. Back along the wall, bouncing off and through traffic. USA will get the pickup on the loose ball. Working their way across half. Schultz on the right side. He'll end up passing this one over. Greg Orick sending it down the right. Back to the top once again, Stearns to the corner. The U.S. shrink the box, back down the left. Working their way in, 10-second shot clock, looking for options. Finds Norris up high, he'll get a screen. Cutting his way down the right, looking for a shot in on Armstrong, but that'll bounce off a defender, go back wide, and that'll do it for the American shot clock. Picking it up at half, Curtis Martin. He'll work his way down the floor for Poland. Up at the top. They'll set up. On the left side. Working their way in to the corner. Sending it, or attempting to send it across the slot. It went off the side of the net and will be recovered by Ryan back behind the American net. Moving back through center. Ryan working his way over half, down the right side. Trying to set up from down low. Rodriguez resets with the ball. Back up to the top. Gabois. Rodriguez wires it on. Rebounds there for Hayes, who didn't play in the Americans' first game. Back up to the top. Terrazano fires it on, and the USA picks up the first goal just 2 minutes into it. Dominic Terrazano grabs his 4th point of the tournament. And it was just a laser from up high going through the legs of Armstrong. We'll get ready for another draw. Daniel Gutknecht back out there. This time the U.S. switch it up. As Tauscher, he'll pick it up for the U.S. Getting the offense down the left side. Gabois can't turn with the ball. He'll go to the corner to fight for it. Get some help from Tauscher. Back to the top. Kuzma down the right with Norris. Back up high. Cutting across was, I believe that was Gabois. Couldn't find his stick. He'll go to the corner to pick it up. Cutting across is Hall. That shot stopped by Armstrong. Heavy hit at center. Poland able to recover the loose ball. They'll work it back across half, down center. Cutting their way through. Right in on Ruckel. Making that save. Down the right side. The U.S. set up their offense. 2-on-2. Turning back. They're going to wait for some help. Stearns on the right side. Up at the top. Resetting with Gregor. Back down low. They're going to end up getting it to Sebastian, who can't get that shot off in time to beat the shot clock. Poland working their way back across half. 3 minutes gone. That pass missing the stick on the far side of Franz. Poland heading down the right. Bird passing this one forwards, finds Rodriguez. Back up to the top, Norris. Back to the corner. Trying to work off the one-on-one, Rodriguez. Sending it inside, Norris cuts through traffic, puts it in on Armstrong. Good stop by him. Polish goaltender getting tested early. He's been good for most of it. Heading down the right side off the backboards. Not able to hold on was Rukel in the corner. Gutknecht getting the grab for Poland. They'll get their offense on the floor to try and help them. Trying to evade a double team, but some physical defense is going to force a loose ball. It'll roll all the way back across the floor. Poland picks it up near center. Ending up losing it right along the wall was Nathan Gutknecht. And the U.S. will end up having to give it up. I don't think they liked quite how they got it. And Poland gets a fresh shot clock to work with. 20 seconds to go on the right side, starting right in front of the U.S. bench. Ty Hansen down the left side, passing it to the corner. He'll get it right back. Looking for options. Has Gutknecht cutting across center. Doesn't hit him. U.S. get the steal. They'll try and go for a run with it. Down the right side. That's going to be Chisholm. He'll walk it back up to the top. Down the right side goes Norris. Finds a cutting Gregor. Back to the top with Norris. He'll work off a screen. The U.S. fires this one on. Hall not able to get that one on goal. I believe that's going to be an over and back called on the U.S. We'll see Poland get an offensive zone possession. Back up at the top. Daniel Gutknecht. Slow approach down center. He'll send it to Hansen on the wing, sending it all the way to the far corner. Not able to find the stick of Salagat. U.S. get the steal down low, and they'll work the other way. Kuzma on the fast break, down the left side. He'll turn back, passing it back up to the top. Silva hands this one off to Gabois. Back up to the top. Winding up is Sebastian. He won't fire. Rodriguez back to the top. Sebastian again works off a screen, puts it on and scores. Tyler Sebastian grabs his 6th goal already. That's point number 13 for him. He had 12 against Australia. I'd expect to see him plenty if the U.S. keep on building this lead. Maggio in the draw across from Gutknecht. This one easily won by Baggio. He'll send it to the corner. Trying to cut their way in. Gabois goes low and beats him. Taking advantage of a one-on-one in the corner. Cutting straight across center. Able to outrun that defender. Got the one-on-0 on Armstrong and beat him 5-0. Poland already up the U.S. already up 3-0 on Poland. 6 minutes in. This draw is going to be handed straight over to the U.S. on the infraction. He'll start on the right side. Back to the top, Norris. Looking for an option on the far side. Finds it at Hall. Hall gets the screen from Gabois. Down the right side. Can't find Norris' stick. Bounces off the sideboards. Lands back behind the goal. Gabois to the top. Hall walks in. Fires a low. Good stop by Armstrong. Poland starts their breakout down the left side. Won't face much defense on the transition. They'll take it over half. Back to the top, Salakin. To the corner. Eddie Franz. He had a few yesterday. Back down the left side with Hansen. To the corner. Setting it up is Lalonde. Back to the top. Franz puts it on. Good stop by Rukel. He'll tip that one out of play. Poland gets A fresh shot clock. Back in the corner. Ty Hansen to the top. Franz. Down the right side, Salikin. He'll swap with Franz. Back across. Poland trying to spread out this U.S. defense. Back to the top. Hansen puts it on. That one just missing wide. Able to grab his own rebound off the backboard. 10-second shot clock. Back down the left. Lalonde behind the goal. Setting this one up. Franz finds a cutting Hansen. Puts it on. Good stop by Rukel. Able to stop the rebound from rolling out as well. That'll probably be the best chance we've seen out of Poland so far. Down the right side, Sebastian takes it over half. Slowing down as cutting in is Rodriguez. He'll spin back out. Back out wide to Sebastian. Sees an angle. He'll fire. He'll score. Number 2 of the game for Tyler Sebastian. As the U.S. grab number 4. Face off, won by Baggio. He'll have it on his side of half as the U.S. break in. Kuzma down the left side. Terrazano on the shot. Armstrong able to stay in front of it. Poland trying to break out over half. Down the right side. Taking a few whacks. He'll send that one right over to the stick of Curtis Martin. Poland on the right side. Nathan Gutknecht to the corner with Franz. Across the zone, down the left side. They'll work their way in. Spinning back to the corner. Back to the top. 3 seconds to go. Franz on the long shot, stopped by Rukel. He's going to look for a few options. Finds one on the near side in Ryan. Back across half. Hall walks in, finds a cutting Gregoric. Able to get in front of it was Armstrong. As it looks like we will head to our first media break of this one. You're watching the 2026 IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship here in Brooks, Alberta. All right, welcome back. 6:40 to go in the first period. The U.S. up by 4 early in the first quarter. Poland will get the start with the ball on their side of half. Fresh shot clock. See what they can do with it, working their way down the right. Salikin across the half. Ty Hansen setting a screen. It'll end up landing back at the top with Gutknecht down the right. Salikin cutting through is Lalonde. Can't hold on through traffic. Ends up sending that ball to the corner where the U.S. will recover. Long pass finds Schultz on the right side. He's going to hold up. Could have been a 3-on-1, but the U.S. decided not to go for it. Stearns on the right side of the floor. Taking a few whacks. Rodriguez at the top, back down the left side. Norris to the corner. Sebastian works his way through 2 screens, back to the top and fires it over top of the net. That bounce shot goes careening around the zone. Shot clock running out on the U.S. Poland will start from the corner. Taking it back over half. Salikin. He'll hold up before handing this one right off to Ty Hansen. They'll work with it from the right side. Across the zone. Hansen can't receive that pass. It'll go all the way back to Rukel. Silva at half. Down the right side, Terrazano. To the corner, back to the top. Stearns winds up, fires it on, and scores the U.S. by number 5. Braden Stearns had a hat trick against Australia. Gets his first of the game so far. And it looks like Poland's going to be awarded the draw here off the infraction by the U.S. Salikin at half. Working their way down the right, starting in the corner. Back up to the top. They'll work their way down the left side. Jacoby Lalonde. Firing this one just wide of the net. Not able to pick that one up. Daniel Gutknecht. Down the right side, Kuzma trying to break out for the U.S. Took a high hit in the process. He'll get it over half. Kuzma doing it all on his own. Sees a lane. He's going to take it. Fires that bounce shot. A little high over top of the net. Starting in the corner with it. The U.S. Fresh shot clock after Kuzma's attempt. Terrazano in the corner. Back up to the tops. Tyler Sebastian walks in. Thinks about shooting. He'll end up spinning back out. Finds a lane. Walks in. Terrazano on the far side. Doesn't take it. Back across. 10 seconds to go. They'll get a fresh shot clock if they can hold on. U.S. picking up the loose ball. Poland able to knock it loose again and running back across half. Fighting for it just across that half line. Stolen back by Tyler Sebastian, and they've got a lane. He'll walk in with Ryan. Sebastian goes high. He'll score. Tyler Sebastian. 3 already. Technical difficulties, but we're back up now. 7-0 for the U.S. 1:40 to go in the first period. You only missed 1 goal in the about a minute that went by there as the U.S. picked up another. Rodriguez on the right side. That one picked up by Poland. They'll break out, long pass, finds Gutknecht. He can't hold on as could have been a breakaway, but could not quite convert on it. Heading back the other way, Kuzma. Cross to Stearns on the right side. Back to the top, Stearns. Down the left side, Sebastian. Passing back to Gabois. Stearns on the right. Cutting across, putting it on was Rodriguez. A good stop. Stearns goes back to the corner. Fresh shot clock for the United States. They'll walk it back to the top. 40 seconds to go on the first quarter. 20-second shot clock. Sebastian walks it to the top down the right side. Stearns puts it on. Drew Norris picking it up back along the wall. Sending it across the zone on the left side. Picking it up, Christian Rodriguez. Firing this one low. Gabois adds to his early point total. Already 4 for him on the game. 2 goals, 2 assists. Yesterday he walked away from that Australia game with 7. .20 seconds to go. Face off won by the U.S. Terrazano gets called on the over and back. Poland picks it up. They're going to go for a run with it. Walking in, Nathan Gutknecht misses on the pass going across the zone. They'll go to the corner. Back to the top. And that will do it for the first quarter between Poland and the United States. U.S. up 8-0. You're watching the 2026 IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championships here in Brooks, Alberta. All right, we're about to get back underway. Second quarter between Poland and the U.S., 8-0. After a strong first from the United States. Baggio going into the draw against Daniel Gutknecht. This will be won by Baggio. The U.S. trying to head down the left. Baggio to the corner. Walks it across, takes it himself. Good stop, Armstrong. Ball's loose, picked up by the U.S. along the wall. That's Liam Gregorek cutting across. Armstrong with another. Back to the top, Sebastian. Armstrong had to stop 40 against Haudenosaunee. Already looking like he's going to have a similar shot total here today, as we'll see this ball given back to the U.S. Power play coming up. It's going to be a slashing called on Poland. I believe that was Daniel Gutknecht heading towards the box. Dubois takes it from half. Down the left side, Sebastian. He'll get it back at the top. Down the right side, Stearns. Playing in the corner is Norris. Sebastian down the left. He'll get it right back. They'll work their way around the arc. Cutting across is Sebastian. He'll find a lane on the right side. Norris on the one-timer couldn't go. Stearns back behind the goal. Fires it back to Sebastian. He'll take it to the top. Good stick save by Armstrong. Back across half. Dubois up at the top, fakes his way in, goes low and scores. The U.S. get their first to the second quarter. Dubois 5th point already early in this one. That'll be a power play goal for the U.S. as well, as they'll get their offense on the floor after taking that draw. Back to Rodriguez on the top. Down the right side, Greg Orrick. Not able to find the stick of Tyler Sebastian. He'll go to the corner to pick it up. Back along the wall, Rodriguez takes it to center. Walks in, won't fire, behind the back pass. Finds its target on the right side in Terrazzano. That shot. Good stop on the attempt by Kai Hayes. Back down the right. Poland working their way across. Austin Chuck. Up at the top. Eddie Franz. They'll send this one to the corner. To the top again before going back down wide. Right in front. Trying to hit. Salakin right in the slot. Couldn't get to go. Kuzma on the attack. 2-on-1 becoming a 3-on-1. Kuzma didn't need the extra help on that one. He'll beat Armstrong. And it's just a nice shot on the rush, going low, beating him right next to the low post. Poland with a rush the other way. Nathan Gutknecht on the attack. Spins his way through. Rugal gets the stop. He'll roll its way back to the corner. The U.S. trying to get back across half. Silva sets up for them. Back down the right, handing it off. Gabois to the corner. Greg Orrick getting a screen from Norris. Going low on that one. Armstrong on the stop. Rebounds there. Armstrong gets a second save. Might have to make a third as that ball lands all the way back in the corner after it gets knocked loose a few times. Poland gets the pickup. Won't be able to hold on to it for long. The U.S. finding it. Back along the wall. Both teams trying to pick it up. The U.S. will be the ones to hold on. Greg Orrick down the right. 20-second shot clock for them. Norris missing on that pass. So they'll end up back at the top. Down the right side with it. Stuck along the wall. Shot clock violation called on the United States. Poland taking it over half. This one with Curtis Martin. It'll head down the right. Lalonde with it. In the corner. Eddie Franz sends it across. Back down the right. Franz will get it back. Waiting for help. Fires this one on. Can't get it through traffic, and the U.S. take it the other way. Going on a rush with it. Down the left side. He'll try and set up. Ball with Ryan. So I think a spin back. Didn't like the attempt or didn't like the idea of attempting to rush on his own. He'll start in the corner with Tyler Sebastian. Sebastian working his way in. On the left side, he'll pass this one over to Hall. That one fired on Armstrong. Good stop by the Polish goaltender. Back along the corner. Long pass across half. Stolen back by the U.S. They'll take it over half and get their offense back on the floor. Heading down the right side. To the top, Gabois. Working off the screen. Gets it back to Greg Orrick. All alone on the cut. Good stop by Armstrong. Norris going to the corner. He'll be able to out-battle the defender. So he'll go sailing across, and shot clock violation called on Poland. Back behind the goal. Poland will pick it up. Ty Hansen from the corner. Sending it across the zone. Nathan Gutknecht trying to push his way through. Gets turned away. They'll reset up at the top with Salakin. He'll get a screen from Nathan Gutknecht. Cut across middle. Gutknecht fires and scores. Poland beats the U.S. Getting there first. And it was a nice cut from Nathan Gutknecht. He couldn't quite hold on to the ball on the first attempt to grab it, but was able to pick that one in easy. Tauscher stepping into the draw, across from Luke Salakin. They're going to end up giving it back over to Poland. Down the right side, Gutknecht. The U.S. bench calling for a double team on Nathan Gutknecht. He was able to outrun it. On the right side, Salakin. Cutting in is Nathan Gutknecht. He's going for another. He'll end up running into Rugel. And it does look like they're going to end up taking Nathan Gutknecht on this one. We'll wait and see what the official call is going to end up being here. Could just be a regular interference call coming up. Yep, it is going to be interference on Nathan Gutknecht. He'll sit for 2. Drew Norris will get it up at the top for the U.S. It'll be their second attempt on the power play. They scored on there first. We'll see what they can do. They'll start on the right. Back up to the top, Stearns. Norris around the arc. Hall down low. He'll get it right back. They'll work their way in. Off the screen. Gebois takes it back up high. Cutting in is Tauscher. He'll fire it in and score. The U.S. get number 11. Baggio stepping into the draw across from Gutknecht. It'll be one back across. Heading down the left side. Cutting across was Greg Orrick. He'll decide not to shoot. Back to the top, Sebastian. Down the left side, cross the zone. Fires it on. Good stop. As that was Dominic Terrazzano looking for another. The U.S. get it back with a fresh shot clock after it goes into the netting. Handing it off, Terrazzano. Up to the top, across the zone, winding up. Sebastian finds Terrazzano on the far side of the slot. Gavois on the cut, couldn't hold on, and will land back in the corner again. 10 seconds for the U.S. Right inside, Gavois tried to go for a no-look shot, couldn't get it to go. Poland on the breakout the other way, might have a rush. They'll decide to slow up instead. Cooper Ganch on the top. Will land back along the wall. Waiting for more options. They'll end up sending it to Eddie Franz. Down the right side with it, Luke Salakin. Cutting was Lalonde, didn't hit him. Back behind the net with Franz. He'll shoot that one from an odd angle. It'll miss the net. And we'll see a shot clock violation called on Poland. U.S. take it over half. 7:20 to go in the first half. Back at the top. Tyler Sebastian into the corner. Hall right in front. Stearns all alone puts it on. Number 12 for the U.S. Had to do it through traffic. As we'll get ready for another draw. Baggio and Daniel Gutknecht once again. This one pinned by Poland. They'll end up picking it up. Up at the top with it, Nathan Gutknecht. Across the zone, down the left side. Gutknecht walks it to the top, cuts through the slot, goes high on Ruckel. Good stop by the American goaltenders. We're going to head to another media break here with 6:45 to go in the second quarter. You're watching the 2026 IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship here in Brooks, Alberta. All right, we're getting ready to get back underway here. 6:45 to go in the first half. The U.S. will start with it. Gregor in the U.S. zone. The United States up 12-1. As they'll work with it on their side of half. Taking it straight across center. Liam Gregor. Down the right side with it. Up to Norris. Norris works off a screen from Hall. Into the wing. To the top, Sebastian. Passing across the zone. Down the right side. Cutting is Terrazzano. Adds to the U.S.'s total. And it's a nice pass by Sebastian. The fake from Terrazzano moves the defender right to the center. And the wing was wide open. He walked right in. Daniel Gutknecht. Getting ready to go in the draw. Tauscher on the other side. Pinned by Gutknecht. Heavy hit in front of that Polish bench. They'll win the draw. The U.S. quick to go battling for it. They'll pick it up along the wall. Sending a long pass down the left side. Setting up 2-on-1. Going low. They'll score again. Christian Rodriguez getting one. And it came off a long pass. Gabois sending it right across the zone to a wide open Rodriguez. Face-off won by the U.S. On the left side in the corner, Gabois. Passing it to the top. Sebastian. Down the right, Drew Norris. He'll fire this one high. It'll bounce back over the half line. Over and back called on the U.S. 5:48 left in the second quarter. U.S. will get it from down low. Or excuse me, Poland will get the offensive zone possession. Luke Salikin in the corner. Back below the goal line. Sending it back to the top. That shot nearly put on accidentally by Hansen. Fighting for it along the wall. The U.S. win it in the corner. Have to break out with it down the left. Silva, 2-on-1 for the U.S. That bounce shot won't go. Terrazano along the wall, right in front of the U.S. bench. He's going to wait. Sending it across the zone. To land on Silva's stick. Back to the top again. Stearns down the right side. Puts it on. He'll score. Brayden Stearns with another for the United States. The U.S. spreading the wealth a little bit more than they did against Australia, with Gabois, Terrazano, Sebastian, and Stearns already all with hat tricks. On the left side, Hall. Gregor in the corner, Terrazano picking it up. Ganch on the right side. With it up at the top. Salikin will have it. Sending it to Gutknecht into the corner. Back up to the top. Poland resets with 3 seconds to go. They'll fire it on. Eddie Franz on the shot. Rebound was there. Ruckel with the stop. Long pass finds Kuzma on the rush. He'll go low. Good stop, Armstrong. Rebounds there for Norris. When it's swatted across center. A heavy hit there at center. We'll get a quick whistle. And they'll hand it right back over to Poland. Back across half, Daniel Gutknecht. He'll have it for Poland. Up at the top, Nathan Gutknecht. Down the left side. Into the corner. Lalonde will work his way around the zone. Nathan Gutknecht finds it right in front, can't hold on and get the shot off. Recovered by Bird. Schultz up to Sebastian all alone. Goes low, he'll score. The U.S. get number 16. Baggio steps in across from Gutknecht once more. Picked up by Baggio. They'll go down the right side along the wall. Norris with it up at the top. Gabois down the left side now. He'll get a screen. Takes the pass, sends it right down and in front. Stearns will have to go to the corner to pick it up. Looking for options. Doesn't hit Hayes cutting. Norris at the top. Puts it on. Armstrong. Recovered down low by Gabois. Cutting in. Hayes puts that shot on. It was real light. Easy save for Armstrong. Poland trying to break out. They'll end up losing it on the right. And Poland will spend a little bit too long in their zone. The U.S. will get it back. Kuzma down the right. Terrazano. Back to the top. Gregor. Terrazano gets it back to Stearns. Right in front, all alone, Gregoric. Gets that shot down low on Armstrong. Poland on the breakout down the left side, cross center. That'll get stolen on the attempt to find somebody in the offensive zone. Ryan takes it all alone. He'll score again. As the U.S. just continue to add on. Tauscher. Cross from Luke Saligan. Face off won by the U.S., but that ball will get knocked loose. Stick will as well. Nathan Gutknecht along the wall, picks it up for Poland. They'll try and break out right in front of their own bench. Heading down the right, Luke Saligan. Slowly working this one to the corner, looking for options across the zone. He'll send it to the top instead with Hansen. Saligan gets it back down the right side. Nathan Gutknecht swaps spots with Saligan. Trying to work off the screen, up to the top, has an angle. He'll fire it on. Ruckel on the stop. Silva, long pass, all alone. Gebois fires it on. He'll add to his point total. That's number 8. And we'll see a timeout called by the United States here, as they're going to bring their team in. Talk over the game plan as we are about to head into the second half. Poland with a visibly shorter bench. And you got to wonder if fatigue has part of it, playing a bit of a factor in this one. As the U.S. has looked real strong so far through the first 2 days. They'll get ready to go out of the timeout. Ruckel heading back over to his side. Armstrong to the other. Face-off picked up by the U.S. They'll take it down the right, 1:30 to go. Tauscher walks in, goes low on the spinning shot. Armstrong gets the stick in front of it. On the left side, behind the net. They'll go for a wraparound. Picked up by Poland. Tran on the right side, passing this one down and across to Martin. Up at the top. Across the zone to Jacoby Lalonde. Eddie Franz. Spinning off Rodriguez. Fires this one on. The U.S. head the other way. They'll have a fast break chance. Gregorek back to Rodriguez. He'll put it low on Armstrong. Another good stop by him. Shot clock, only a little bit shorter than the game clock here. About 18 left on the shot. 2 seconds lower than the game. Down the right. Saligan to the top. 10 seconds to go. Needs the shoot. Down the right. Tosses it back to Nathan Gutknecht to the top. That shot blocked by Daniel Gutknecht. U.S. get it back in the corner. And they're just being told to hold, and that will do it for the first half. The U.S. head down the tunnel up 18-1 over Poland. We'll head to a short halftime break. You are watching the IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship here in Brooks, Alberta. All right, welcome back to day 2 of the 2026 IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship here in Brooks, Alberta. It's Poland and the United States going into the second half, 18-1, favoring the U.S. after what was a very strong first half for them. We'll get ready for the opening draw here. Luke Salakin across from Giovanni Baggio for the U.S. Baggio picks it up off the draw, but loses it, trying to work his way into the offensive zone. Poland picking it up in their own side. They'll go down the left, trying to spin off that defender. They'll end up landing back up at the top on the left side. Nathan Gutknecht going back across the zone to the top once again. Putting this one high. That'll go flying into the netting. We'll see the U.S. get it on the missed shot by Poland. Kuzma will walk it back across half. Norris taking it on the wing, waiting for a screen, sending it back to the top down the left side. Rodriguez hands it off, firing on Hall. He'll get his own rebound. 10-second shot clock. Stearns down the middle. Down the right side, Norris all alone. Goes low, he'll score. The U.S. get there first of the second half. Braden Stearns grabbing what I believe is his 5th. Had 3 in their first game. Already beaten that total by a good amount. Daniel Gutknecht back out there for Poland. Still Baggio for the United States. Ball is pinned. Poland trying to hold on here. They'll roll it back. Salakin not able to stop Tyler Sebastian from getting the pickup. He'll go down the right side. Up at the top with it. Hayes resets it with Terrazano, Cutting in is Gabois, who will score once again for the U.S. Point number 9 for Gabois early. Gutknecht stepping in once again. The U.S. will switch it up, going to Tauscher. He'll get the face-off win. They'll go down the left side. Trying to do it on his own. Lands it back with Sebastian after the cut. Couldn't get through 2 Polish defenders. They'll send it back to the top. Gregorek down the right side. Down the left side with Hall. Missing the stick of Sebastian. Cutting in is Hall. He'll miss the post. Going down the right. 5 seconds to go. Running out of shot clock. Sebastian on the shot. That'll get a fresh 30 for the United States. Stearns on the right side. Rodriguez tries to pass it back across. Up at the top. Sebastian spins off one defender. Walks in. Puts it off the mask. Hall on the rebound. Couldn't quite hold on. We'll go all the way across the zone. Stearns up at the top with it. Down the right side. Back up high once again. Rodriguez walks his way in. Goes for the behind the back shot. Won't go. Sebastian picks it up off the wall. Fires this one through. Gets stuck in traffic. 15 seconds to go. It'll end up being awarded back to the U.S. as Rodriguez takes it from the top. Long possession here for the United States. Down the left side, Rodriguez. He'll switch spots with Gregor, who works his way across the zone. Hayes on the right, back to the top. Once again, Stearns working his way in. Spins off the defender to the top again. Here comes Sebastian. Cutting across Hayes. Can't hold on. 5 seconds to go. Running out of clock. Sends it all the way across the zone. Bounces off a defender. Lands back with Armstrong. He'll send a long pass. No one home for that one. The U.S. picking it up at half. Bird will find it at the half line. On the right side, Stearns. They'll work their way back to the top. Hall to Norris. Terrazano back to Norris. Hall to the corner. Gabois. He'll work off the screen to the top. Walks into a double team behind the back pass. That was dirty. Stearns can't put it away as the U.S. will get it back on their own side of half. Over and back, waved off. Hall getting it back. Down the right side, finds a cutting Gabois who gets another. Getting ready for another face-off. Michael Tauscher will step in here. Poland on the pin. Roll it back into their side of half. It'll be awarded back to the U.S. on the infraction. They'll go down the left. Up at the top with it. Gabois. Terrazano. Firing that one on. That was by Sebastian. It'll end up landing back out wide. The U.S. to the top. Another try. This one will go. Greg Orrick adds to the American total. That'll be his first goal of the game as well. Third point. At the top. We'll get ready for another face-off. Baggio will be met by Chase Richardson, who gets ready for his first draw for Poland. Won't be able to beat Baggio. On the right side. Back to the top once again. Norris getting some help from Stearns. Back to the corner. Terrazano. Gabois to the corner. That's another shot from Sebastian. It'll end up rolling loose. Stearns gets the easy pickup. They'll walk it back outside. The U.S. reset their offense. Gabois taking a few whacks. He's going to go for a run with it. Takes it inside. Has Norris cutting. Can't hit him. Tries the behind the back. Norris able to pick it up off the steal. As Poland had it for a moment. Running out of clock here. 3 seconds. Sebastian fires and scores. He'll get one more. That's his 5th goal so far. Face-off won by the U.S. Trying to go down the right side with Stearns. He'll have it up at the top. Working their way around the zone. Back up to the top once again behind the goal. Rodriguez works his way all the way around the slot. The U.S. not able to convert on that one. Down the left side. Poland, 2-on-1. That pass won't quite find its target. Having to go to the corner. Franz will find it from down low. Salikin sending it back around the outside. 8 seconds to go. Up to the top, Hansen. Can't hold on. Salikin. Or that's Franz picking it up. Winds up with 1 second. Fires that one. That'll be given back to the U.S. Sebastian will start with it for the U.S. in the corner. Hall at the top, Gregoric down the right. Stearns across the zone. In front, Gregoric fires that one on. Good stop, Armstrong. Up at the top. Franz down the right, Gutknecht. That'll be a heavy screen. Poland forced to give up the ball to the U.S. Trying to work their way across half down the right side. Schultz at center. That'll be a nice steal from Poland. They'll go on a run with it. Rodriguez quick to get back. Not able to do much with that fast break. They'll have to restart up high. Zaligan on the right side. Trying to send that one across the zone. The U.S. able to get the steal down low. Going for a run straight down center. Tauscher down the left side. Has Sebastian at the top. They're going to go running down the right. Stearns. He's going to wait. Takes a few whacks. Resets with Gabois. Sebastian works his way in. Jump shot. It will not go. They'll say he took a step in the crease before firing as we head into our media break here. 6:53 to go in the third quarter. You're watching Poland and the United States here at the 2026 IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championships in Brook, Alberta. All right, we're back in Brooks. 6:53 to go between Poland and the U.S. Zaligan down the right. Into the corner. Back inside. Lalonde fires and scores. Poland gets number 2. Jacoby Lalonde gets his first of the World Juniors. Poland getting ready for the opening draw here. Tauscher winning it for the U.S. Bird on the right side. Passing that one over to Rodriguez. Stearns with it at the top. He'll go down the right. Cutting his way in, beating the first defender. Can't beat the second. Good defensive stick there from Coda Tran. Back on the outside to the top. Gabois puts this one back behind the goal. Right in front. Gregoric to the top, down the left side. Rodriguez cutting their way inside. Now bounce pass, lands up high. Blocked in front. Poland trying to break out. Down the left side, he'll get taken down by Stearns. Rodriguez. Now on the right side. Stearns up high. Greg Orrick. Rushing through is Sebastian. That'll be a pretty easy one for him. .5:32 to go in the third quarter. Daniel Gutknecht stepping up in the draw across from Tauscher. Picked up by Tauscher. Down the left side. 3-on-2 for the U.S. Spinning out is Hall. Heavy hit. He'll lose his stick. He'll go down the right. Poland back over half. Up at the top, Ty Hansen. Doesn't fire. Goes down the right. Salakin. Hansen in front. Won't be able to beat the American goaltender. The U.S. being forced to give up the ball. Up at the top, Ty Hansen. Poland gets a fresh shot clock. They'll start on the left. Sends it across to Nathan Gutknecht. Gets a one-on-one. Walks it to center. Has to go back out. Franz down the left side. That'll bounce off a defensive stick. Kuzma getting the pickup for the U.S. Taking it to the corner. Trying to work it back up to the top. We'll get this one blown down. Poland getting the ball. Nathan Gutknecht on the charge. Takes it down the middle. Good stop by Hagen. Kuzma walks it back over half. On the right side, Sebastian. Empty net for the U.S. Penalty coming up for Poland. Stearns on the right side, sending it across the zone. Can't find Rodriguez's stick. He goes to the corner to track. Takes it back to the top. Hayes inside, misses his stick. Stearns takes it instead. Some confusion on the floor here. Goal will be called off. There'll be a slashing called on Poland. Some protesting coming from the U.S. bench. Sounds like they would have preferred the goal. They'll get the power play instead. And it definitely looked like from that replay, Hayes took a step in the crease. He'll go down the right. Stearns gets it back. Down the left, Sebastian to the corner. Stearns to the top again. Outside, Sebastian. Up at the top. Hall fires. Sebastian on the rebound off the backboards. Puts that one on. Derazano. Along the near wall. Poland gets the pick up. Has to evade a double team. Getting some help. Short-handed on a rush down the left side. Sebastian keeps him on the outside. Cutting their way in. That shot won't go for Poland. Popped up. Taken out high. Ganch down the left. Still 1:05 to go left on this American power play. They'll take it over half. Chisholm to center. Down the right. Stearns with it in the corner. 40 seconds to go on the power play. That shot gets a fresh shot clock for the U.S. if they can find it in the corner. Will be found up at the top. Rodriguez crossed the zone, putting that one on Gregor. They'll score. The U.S. get another one on the power play. They'll get ready at center here. Eddie Franz in the draw for Poland. Stearns up at the top. Down the left with Hayes. In the corner with it. In front. They'll score again. Terrazzano. Franz in the draw again for Poland. Cross from Baggio. Picked up by the U.S. We'll go down the right side after the opening draw. To the top, Rodriguez with it. Down the left side, Gregoric. Down the left. In the corner. He'll wind up with it. Terrazzano behind the goal. Bouncing off the backboards. They'll go for a run down the left. Poland on the charge through center. Trying to go for a run with it. Poland has a power play coming up. They will not need it. They score. And it looked like he was getting held a little bit on the run down the floor here, which is, I believe, what the penalty was called on. Did not matter. He took it the whole way, put it over the shoulder of Hagen. Heck of an effort from Cooper Ganch. Picked up by Tauscher. Putting that one low. The U.S. working their way around the outside. Up at the top. Stearns. Silva. Stearns behind the goal. Back up high. That'll roll back over to the top of the floor. 15 seconds to go. Defensive player for Poland losing his helmet. Will end up back up high. Recovered as Poland will go for a run. .15 seconds left in the third quarter. Poland with it up at the top. 10 seconds. They'll get the last shot if they want it. This will be a long one from outside. And the U.S. will just waste down what's left of the third quarter, and we will head into a short break before we get the last one. 26-3, favoring the United States over Poland. We've got 15 minutes still left to go. You're watching the 2026 IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship here in Brooks, Alberta. All right, welcome back. Fourth quarter between the United States and Poland. Poland will take the opening draw of it and take it down to the corner. Back to the top. Going down the left side. Schultz on the left. He'll have a slow approach. Back on the outside. That one fired on by Ryan. Silva down the right. That shot will miss, as we'll see Poland get it back. Up at the top. The U.S. get it back after Poland able to prevent the over and back. Bird on the right side. U.S. up at the top. Hall. Heading down the left side with it. Rodriguez putting this one on. Good stop by the Polish goaltender. Long pass trying to get this one over center. Stolen back by the U.S. Poland gets an offensive zone possession on the left side. Down the right. Right in front. Hagen will pick it up and send this one up to Tauscher. He'll have a run. Gregoric on the far side. He'll walk in, puts it on, he'll score. And we've seen this play a few times out of the U.S. They've gone a lot on the fast break. They're able to capitalize a lot against Australia on it as well. Baggio stepping into the draw. They'll fire another one. That'll be Hall. As we get ready for another draw, 11:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Up at the top. He'll go down the right side. Ryan. That shot on. Poland trying to get the pickup. Gutknecht. He'll get some help. Lalonde can't swat it over half. U.S. recover. Get a fresh shot clock. Silva. Back behind the goal. 10 seconds. Back to the top. Silva taking this one in. Finds a teammate on the far side. He'll take a step in the crease. Getting that one off. Poland will get this ball back. And head down the right. 10:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Poland getting their offense on the floor. Starting with it up high. 20-second shot clock. They'll start on the right. Back behind the goal. On the far side. That'll miss on that attempt. Bird will go to the corner to pick it up for the U.S. Tauscher. Inside comes Hall. Can't quite get that past the stick. Poland goes the other way. On the right side. Salakin, cross to Hansen. He'll wind up. Stopped in front by Hagen on this one. And he's going to look deep. Vine Schultz at the half line. Schultz down the right. Stearns comes in. He'll fire that one off of Armstrong. It'll go straight into the netting. Back behind the goal. Trying to work their way down the right. Silva on the left side. Greg Orick. That pass will miss for the U.S. They'll get 7 seconds to reset. Big hit there. As Poland is going to force a shot clock violation out of the U.S. Heading down the right side of the floor. Up at the top. Back behind the goal. This will sail back over the half line. The U.S. getting it back in the corner. They'll start at the top. Silva. Down the right, firing this one on. Blocked and picked up in the corner. Poland will cross half with it on the stick of Lalonde. Swatting this one into the corner. Ty Hansen picks it up. Franz back to Hansen. They'll get a shot off. Hagen will wind up, fire down the floor. That'll go straight to the Polish goaltender. Crossing back over half on the right side. Up at the top. This one fired on, blocked in front, rebounds there for Poland. That try won't quite go for Richardson. Schultz with a chance the other way. Up at the top. D'Arizano. Down the right side and into the corner. They'll cut across center. Greg Orrick down low, sets the screen. Spinning in is Rodriguez. Goes for the behind the back shot, won't go. Shot clock called on the U.S. We might have a penalty coming up here, as the refs will quickly convene at center to try and figure out what we're doing here. It looks like we might be heading into our media break, actually. It's 6:24 to go in the fourth quarter. 28-3 favoring the U.S. We're going to head to a short break. You're watching the 2026 IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship here in Brooks, Alberta. All right, Poland will take it from half. 6:20 to go in the fourth quarter. 28-3 favoring the U.S. This bounce pass will roll all the way out to center. They'll have it in the corner. Walking it back across half. Up at the top. Trying to head down the right side. Up to the top. Zalikin looking for options on the opposite side. Has to send it to the corner. That'll get picked off. Heading down the floor. Chance for the U.S. Rebounds there for Silva. Silva will hold up. Down the right side. Stearns with it. Back to the top. Norris, Rodriguez now. That one blasted on. Greg Orrick goes to the corner. They'll take it back up high. Stearns, fresh shot clock for the U.S. Rodriguez into the corner. Back to the top. They'll load up. Trying to fire. Won't be able to get that one through traffic. Poland will get it back. Down the right side. Zalikin. They'll look for options on the far side of the floor. Trying to get a screen from Lalonde. Zalikin on the right, firing it on. Hagen on the stop. Schultz goes to the corner to pick up for the U.S. Trying to work their way up the near boards. Kuzma. On the left side, Hall with it. Rodriguez. This one taken to the top, firing that one wide was Norris. Down the left side, Poland will take it back across the half line. That one up high with Nathan Gutknecht. 10 seconds to go in their shot clock. On the outside. Back behind the goal. Hansen takes it right in front. Has to get by Silva. That'll roll wide. Good jump attempt by Gutknecht. He couldn't get it off his stick in time. Tauscher straight through center. Puts it on. Armstrong with the stop. They'll try and go down the right. Poland 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Back up to the top. Salakin. Ten seconds on their shot clock. Trying to send it behind the goal. Hagen extends to grab that one. Ryan down the left. In the corner. Silva at the top. Down the right side. Trying to push their way in. Stearns finds Norris. Norris back to the top. Stolen off of the stick of Greg Orick. That'll be shot clock violation called on the U.S. Heading down the right side. 2 minutes to go. Poland trying to get a little bit more offense out. Hagen will leave his crease to go grab it. Long pass. Kuzma has it up at the top. Fakes the handoff to Norris. 1:40 to go. Up at the top, Stearns. He'll go, or no, they'll call it off. Saying they didn't get it off in time to beat the shot clock. Taking it back over half. Down the right side, Gutknecht. 1 minute to go. In the corner. Gabois sending this one the other way. Tauscher on the run. Gets by one defender, throws it low, can't beat Armstrong, bounces wide. Hayes will pick it up in the corner. Timeout called by the U.S. 41 seconds to go. Poland choosing to meet at center in front of their goaltender. As we'll see Poland disperse across the defensive zone. U.S. getting ready to go with their offense. And it looks like the U.S. is just going to waste down their shot clock. Silva on the right side. No, it looks like we'll get a bit of offense as they rush through center. Back outside, Terrazzano picks it up for the U.S. 3 seconds to go, needs to shoot. Fires it wide. That'll miss. Shot clock violation called on the U.S. Picked up by Poland, going on a rush the other way. They'll get a chance for 5 seconds. Puts it on, can't beat Hagen. And that will do it. Late shot from Poland. As a 28-3 final score, the U.S. go up to 2-0 on the World Juniors so far. Poland will head into tomorrow looking for their first win. We've got the players of the game coming up in just a moment here. As the loading Lacrosse player of the game is presented by the SportSide Source for Sports. We'll have to see who they decide to go with here. As after that, we'll also get the playing of the U.S. National Anthem. As both teams line up on the restraining lines, we'll get ready to go with our loading lacrosse players of the game.
Presented by SportSide Source for Sports. The player of the game from Team United States, number 18, Michael Tauscher.
They'll go with Michael Tauscher.
Player of the game from Poland, number 14, Nathan Gutknecht.
And they're going to go with Nathan Gutknecht. Gutknecht had Poland's first goal of the game. Has a total of 3 points on the tournament so far. But that will just about do it for our 5 o'clock game here at day 2 of the 2026 IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship. We've got one more coming up at 8 p.m., so don't go anywhere. But for now, make sure to have yourself a good night.